I am Reldnock Not So Natesurk. Reverting to his human form, the green hedgehog becomes a near double of Chris. Instead of one blue eye and one green eye, his eyes are red and orange. His left ear is pierced, sporting a safety pin for an earring. A chain dangles from his neck, and instead of a Sonichu medallion, Reldnock has a black Sonichu medallion, held on his chest by a strange green harness. Aside from the green harness, he is nude from the waist up. A black codpiece covers the crotch of his pants, and the legs of his pants are ripped. Ah! Oh my dog! Screams Chris, covering his eyes. My fantasies blow vastly towards my opposite gender. I am so offended. Put a shirt on! Meanwhile, from outside the dark dome, the three Sonichus wait tensely for the others to emerge. Magichan attempts a psychic probe. Anything, Magichan? asks Sonichu. No, says Magichan. I am unable to send my mental wavelengths into the dark dome. The only way to learn Christian status is to wait. Black Sonichu, calls Sonichu. What's the score? 2-1, says Black Sonichu. Spill it, demands Sonichu. Well, sigh. My master, Natesurk, has gone under a real dark transformation. He wanted to take over the world and kill Christian, so he wants the 7 crystal balls of legend. And he anticipated this confrontation upon the snatching of his first Sonichu ball. Yep, it was all his idea. I'm concerned, though. He shoved his father out of his path without remorse. He's been insulting me at every moment, and to top it all off, he put whipped cream in my rockets. Ugh. Telepathically, Sonichu and Magichan confer. I sense honesty in his mind as he explained, thinks Magichan. I'm surprised Natesurk could be that cruel. It has to be some dark curse or something, thinks Sonichu. I can certainly tell you that Chris would rather be listening to his father's bickering now, thinks Magichan. By the way, asked Black Sonichu, how is Bubbles, that luscious set of water and electricity? Back in the dark dome, you weakling, taunts Reldnock. Your feeble autism and big heart hinder you vastly beyond Beliar. I have no such whackness, therefore I am the strongest. Cowardly liar, says Chris, you dare put me down with your insults. Where I lack in confidence, I make up for in heart, strength, and the caring, loving boost from my sweet friend, Meg-chan. Wanna bet? I'll whomp you to next Tuesday, challenges Reldnock. I will fight in defense with true might, says Chris. I will never be tempted towards your gross standards. Let's rock. Electric hedgehog power. Dark shocker power. The two men begin their transformations. As Chris's medallion gives him blue spines and a crooked tail, Reldnock's black Sonichu medallion gives him green spines and a green crooked tail. They each assume hedgehog form and become Warrior in Love and Honesty, Chris-chan Sonichu versus Reldnock Attack. The two emerge from the dark dome, facing each other in the mall as Sonichu and the others look on. Chris-chan, says Sonichu. Reldnock, says Black Sonichu. Thinks Magichan. Like gunfighters, the two stare each other down, searching for the slightest vulnerability. Magichan holds out his arms to stop Sonichu and Black Sonichu. Neither of you should interfere, he says. The intensity of this battle would be too much for any of us. Chris and Reldnock continue to stare down, and then, without warning, they speed into action. Chris lands the first blow, and they go smashing their way out of Quickville Mall. Yep, says Sonichu, looking out from the broken glass. The combatants streak all over town, too fast for the human eye to follow. Chris fires an energy blast, but Reldnock dodges. He returns fire, but Chris jumps out of the way and lands a kick to Reldnock's crotch. However, his codpiece protects him from injury. They run alongside each other, and Reldnock tries to shake Chris with another energy attack, but Chris rolls into his path and strikes him squarely in the face. Chris follows up with an energy blast, but Reldnock fires his own, and the two beams collide between them, causing a tremendous explosion of power. The blow sends Chris flying into an empty high school gym, and he smashes into the wall, creating a huge dent. Seemingly unfazed, Reldnock stands over the fallen form of his adversary and holds up the purple Sonichu ball. With the power of this crystal Sonichu ball I have in my hand, he says, I will deliver the final blow. How befitting is it that I get to destroy you in the school where you felt most happy. Too bad you won't be able to meet your fellow gal pal Lancers at the reunion. Ha! 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 Farewell, Christopher Christian Weston Chandler. Suddenly a basketball strikes Relnock from the side, knocking out one of his teeth and rendering him unconscious. Later, Chris opens his eyes and finds someone with him. Hey, Christian, are you okay? Please, say something. Megan? He asks, bruised and back in his human form. What happened? For a while you were unconscious, Megan explains. Magaji led me here, then she went back to Paradise Island. Your hedgehogs restored the damage from earlier. What of Relnock? Chris asks. That other guy? Ugh, don't get me started. He was just too weird, Megan says. Anyway, he hit his head on the bleachers, and he was still breathing, so he was sent to Quickville General Hospital. That jerk was about to finish me, Chris says. How did his head meet the bleachers? I can answer that, old buddy. An orange hedgehog stands on the court, holding a basketball. I was shooting some hoops when I heard the crash. Stunned and surprised, I watched as the green guy made his speech. When I heard what he was going to do, I threw my basketball with gusto. Direct hit and beyond. Not bad for a Lancer. Bionic the Hedgehog, cries Chris. I haven't drawn you since 2004, when I made your Yu-Gi-Oh card. And before that was back in '99, in that war against autism drawing, says Bionic. Still, it has been about 10 years since I jumped out of that locker and met you. Yes, says Chris. That was back in my freshman year. By the way, have you two met? Bionic, this is Megan Schroeder, my sweet friend. Megan, meet Sonic's long-lost, but found, b-ball playing brother, Bionic the Hedgehog. Hello, it's nice to meet you, says Megan. I'm delighted to make your acquaintance, Megan, says Bionic. By the way, Christian, Sonichu came by and explained this ball to me. He holds the purple Sonichu ball in his hand. The other guy had it, but he dropped it, so I'm giving it to you. Cool, thank you, says Chris. Speaking of that yellow rat, Bionic adds, I understand that soon after you met him, you found a girlfriend for him. I could have had my pick from among my fellow Lancers, but our genes just don't match well. Why didn't you hook me up, Christian Weston Chandler? Gee, I'm sorry, Bionic, says Chris. But back then, I was naive on dating and all of that, so I just didn't think of it at the time. But if you need a sweetheart, Megan has created quite a few foxy characters. If she's cool with it, you could go out with one of them. Cool, that sounds good, says Bionic. Thank you. Shoot, thinks Chris. 25 years old, and I still haven't even had my first date. Oh well. At least I'll still have something to show of it, he says aloud. Oh yeah, Christian, says Megan, that DVD you told me about. I don't know about it. Please tell me, says Bionic. Well, while the master copy stays at home, a few copies will be generously shared with a few relatives, friends, and good old Providence Middle and Manchester High Schools. It is titled Christian Weston Chandler. Yep, I'm on TV. It will feature my 2 news segments, my Mario Kart Lego movie filmed on Game Boy camera, my Nintendo Power-worthy Animal Crossing documentary, a slideshow of photographs, art, and comics projected from my PSP, a message for the future from me, and more. Also, there's an homage to my friends, teachers, family, and MHS's 1997 varsity basketball team within the slideshow, all of whom were remembered from my heart, as well as my yearbooks. This DVD will not be sold anywhere. That's a no-brainer. Conked on his head against the bleachers, huh? Ew, that had to hurt. I wonder if Relnock will ever recover, and if he does. 10 weeks later, we find Relnock laying in the hospital, his head bandaged from hitting the bleachers. He lays unconscious until he suddenly opens his eyes, his face twisted with dark hatred. Funky monkey, he thinks. Huh? Where am I? The last thing I remember was... gasp! Yeah! I was about to kill that straight, goody twin of mine when I was hit on the head by a basketball? Who threw that? On the TV in his hospital room, a newscaster discusses local sports. In sports news, Bionic the Hedgehog won the game against Monroe High with a record-breaking 130 baskets without overtime. And the Lancers now head to the finals against... you, thinks Relnock. It was you. Right before passing out, I saw an orange guy in blue shoes. It was him. Bionic the Hedgehog. The end. Finished comic book February 21st, 2007. CWC turns 25 February 24th, 2007.